Hey, it's James Yale, unofficial mayor of Cowboy Country. Want to make a different kind of video. Come closer. Some people might be wondering why I actually give a flip about SMU. I kind of hinted at it towards the end of the last video I made. Let me give you a little bit of backstory. If you remember, many of you who are Oklahoma State fans, what happened when it was discovered that Hartley Dykes had taken some money from a coach. The NCAA threw the book at Oklahoma State. It took a long time for OSU to recover. But thankfully, because of people like, well, even Bob Simmons helped kind of start the process of rebuilding Oklahoma State. I mean, he did take us to one bowl game, but Les Miles had a role in it. Mike Gundy had a role in bringing Oklahoma State back. But a lot of that had to do with the generosity of Boone Pickens. And I'm obviously glad that Oklahoma State's back. They're relevant. They're no, they didn't play well this last weekend, but we'll talk about that later this week. SMU in the early 80s was a powerhouse. They had some 10, 11 win seasons with Eric Dickerson there. I mean, he was absolutely phenomenal, and he did extremely well in the pros. I mean, Eric Dickerson was amazing in the NFL. One of the greatest of all time. But somehow, someone, don't know who, tipped off the NCAA that people at SMU were getting money. So they practically tried to kill SMU's football program. It's taken many years for SMU to recover, but I believe with this new construction project and the fact that SMU is going to the ACC, I believe the Mustangs are back. They played really well Saturday. Now, put that in context, and you'll see why I care. Michigan had a coach recruit during the pandemic. They were told not to have players come to their campus. So Jim Harbaugh did more than just take a guy out for a hamburger. He lied to the NCAA's investigative people. He would not cooperate with their investigation. That allegedly were going to give him a 4-game suspension for this. 4 games. Michigan ultimately did it themselves and gave him a 3-game suspension. Okay? Put that in context. Oklahoma State had a basketball coach who used his power and influence and some money, apparently, to influence a guy to come to Oklahoma State and to sign with Adidas. When Oklahoma State found out about this, they didn't suspend the coach. They fired him immediately. Oklahoma State cooperated with the NCAA investigation, but yet still had to deal with a postseason ban for a year and lost scholarships because of it. What am I getting at? What I'm getting at is Oklahoma State and SMU have had history of the NCAA penalizing them. When the big boys make mistakes, like Michigan, the NCAA doesn't punish them that hard. It's not a fair system. It's not a system that protects the little guys from the big guys. It's not. So therefore, since I live in Texas, I'm going to support SMU. And I want them to come back. And I want them to be back strong. Because I want this to be a clear signal to the NCAA that you cannot bully the smaller schools. You cannot mistreat the smaller schools like Oklahoma State and SMU. And I believe that the fans need to speak up. We have Twitter. We have other means of making our voices heard. But to me, it's very obvious that the NCAA doesn't care about the smaller schools. They're going to do whatever they can to placate and to keep the larger schools happy, because they don't want the larger schools to basically form their own super league and break away from the NCAA. To me, it's obvious. Eric Dickerson, if I said, my memory goes, I mean, I was alive during the 80s, but I don't remember if they took away his Heisman or not. But if they did, they need to give it back. I'd even say Reggie Bush deserves to get his Heisman back, too. But here's the bottom line. If anybody in college football knows what it was like to be punished by the NCAA, besides Oklahoma State, it's SMU. I'm glad they're back. I'm glad that they are competing. And I just hope that the people in the Dallas area will wake up and realize that, you know, I could spend $100+ on a ticket, plus parking, plus the very expensive food at Jerry World. Or I could pay $25, $30 and go to an SMU game and see live college football that's pretty good. So, anyway, tomorrow I'm going to do a video about where I was wrong on week 1. And in the meantime, if you are new to the channel, please hit like and subscribe. We're trying to grow this channel. If you know somebody who's a sports fan, tell them about it. Next weekend, I will be in Arizona. I'm going to do a video of Arizona's stadium. I'm going to do a video of Arizona State's stadium on the outside, and then I'll do another one of the inside. Similar to what I did with SMU, I want to try to get like concessions and other things like that, so you get a feel of what it's like to be at an Arizona State game. And so I'm very happy, by the way, that Arizona State, Colorado, and Utah are joining the Big 12. So from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you for watching. And yes, I did go to a... You have to understand, it was less than a 2-hour drive for me to go up to see the Mustangs. When I go to Oklahoma State for homecoming, it's going to be a 5 to 6 hour drive, depending on the traffic. So, but know this, first and foremost, I am a Cowboy, and I say, go Pokes. Have a great night.